So we're going to go over some divisibility rules, and I will show you at the end how I want you to submit these rules. So what you are first going to do is you are going to watch this video and take notes. And so you're going to take notes on what the number is and what the rule is and an example. Now, I don't want you to write exactly this. Okay, I want you to have it be meaningful to you in your own words and your notes. Okay, so first of all, number 2 is simple. Number 2, the divisibility rule is a number is divisible by 2 if it is an even number. Okay, so if it is an even number, and so if it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So that's pretty basic. Even number ends in this. Okay? Okay? And an example, there's lots of different examples you could use. That's a simple one. 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits add up to a multiple of 3. So let's take, they give you the example of 423 is divisible by 3 because 4 plus 2 plus 3 equals 9. And since 9 is a multiple of 3 or is divisible by 3, then 423 is divisible by 3. Let me show you another example. The number 81. 8 plus 1 equals 9, and 9 is divisible by 3. Okay, I'll try another one. 213, when you add those up, that equals 6. And 6 is divisible by 3. Now, when you go to do this column on your own, I want you to make up one that's original for yourself. Okay? Now, number 4. A number is divisible by 4 if it is even and can be divided by 2 twice. Let me show you what that means. So if you have the number 52, and let's also take the number 56. So there's 2 different examples of even numbers. Well, what happens when you divide 56 in half? You get 28. And can 28 be divided in half? Yes, you get 14. So because you could divide it in half twice, then it's divisible by 4. But let's take the number 52. Okay? So the number 52, it's even, right? But if you divide it in half, let's not take that. Let's take the number 54. If you divide 54 in half, you get 27. And you can't divide 27 in half, so it is not divisible by 4. So a number is divisible by 4 if it is even, and when you divide it the first time, you get an even number and can divide it again. If you get an odd number, you can't divide it again. So you have to be able to divide it twice. So therefore 54 was not. And they give you an example over here, and you can make up your own. Some are just easy. A number is divisible by 5 if it ends in 5 or 0. Okay? That's simple enough. Okay? Because you know when you count up by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay? The number 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. So in other words, if the 2 rule works and the 3 rule works, then it is also divisible by 6. Okay? So the number 222 is divisible by 6 because it's even, and the digits add up to 6, which is also divisible by 3. So if the rule for 2 and 3 works, then it is also divisible by 6. Okay? Now they don't do 7, and I will show you how to do 7. The number 7. A number is divisible by 7 if you subtract um, a, a multiple of 7, and what you get, and the remainder, and I'll show you about this, and the remainder is also divisible by 7. I know this is tough to watch. And let me show you what I mean. Okay? So 7, a number is divisible by 7 if you subtract a multiple of 7 and the remainder is divisible by 7. So let me show you what I mean by that. Okay? So let's take the number 84. Well, I know the number 70 is divisible by 7, and we get 14 back left, and that's also divisible by 7. So therefore, 84 is divisible by 7. Let me show you another one. Okay. Okay, let's take the number 854. Well, I know that the number 777 is divisible by 7, right? And we subtract that, and we get 77, which is also divisible by 7. So that's how I do it. Okay? So you can write this down and you can do your own example, but not one of my examples. So just to review, the number 7, a number is divisible by 7 if you subtract a multiple of 7 from it, and the remainder is also divisible by 7. Now, you could have done it in multiple steps. So you could have done this. You could have said, okay, I'm going to subtract 700 from it, and then I get 154 left. Then I know 140 is divisible by 7 because 14 is divisible by 7, and I get 14 left, and then 14 is divisible by 7. So you just keep subtracting multiples of 7 from it till you can decide whether it was divisible by 7. Now, a number by 8 is divisible by 8 is the same kind of as 4. Okay, let me show you this. So we made another one, and now it's 8. Remember how a number is divisible by 4 if it's even and can be divided by 2 twice? Well, it's divisible by 8 if it can be divided by 2 3 times. So if you can divide by 3 by 2 3 times. And let me give you an example. I have no idea if 128 is divisible by 8, but I'm going to see. 128, half of that is 64. So I divided it by 2 one time, divide it by 2 two times, and it became an even number. I could divide it again. So yes. So if the second time you divide it, right here it's an even number, then yes, it's divisible by 8. Okay? So if the second time you divide it, if it's even, you know you can divide it a third time. Okay? Now, the rule for 9 is a lot like the rule for 6. The rule for 9 is a lot like the rule for 6. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits add up to a multiple of 9. Okay? So here we have this number, and it's divisible by 9 because 9 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 is 18. And 18 is evenly divisible by 9, or in other words, a multiple of 9. Let's try another number. Okay, so here we have the number 17,595. If we add those all up together, we get 7, 8, 13, 22, 27. And since 27 is a multiple of 9, because 9 times 3 is 27, then therefore it's a multiple of 9. Let's go with 10. Tens. A number is divisible by 10 if it ends in 0. Okay? So 730 is divisible by 10 because it ends in 0. One more thing I want to show you is I want to show you this. I want to show you that all of the numbers times 9, okay, then 2 times 9, so 1 times 9 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. 3 times 9 is 27. 4 times 9 is 36. 5 times 9 is 45. Okay. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72. And 9 times 9 is 81. And 9 times 10 is 90. And if we were to put a 0 right here as a placeholder, okay, so this was times 1, and this was times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6, times 7, times 8, times 9, and times 10. And if you notice, the answer is 1 less. So times 2, 1 less, and then the number that you put with it to add to 9. 3, 1 less is 2, the number you add to it to make 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. See, because remember, if it's divisible by 9, it adds up to a number that's divisible by 9. And all of these add up to the number 9. So 3 times 9 is 27. 4 times 9 is 36. See, it's 4, one number less than the number that goes with it to make 9. 5, one times less. 1 less than 5 is 4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 times 6, 1 less is 5, and the number that goes with it to make 9. 9 times 7, one number less, and the number that goes with it to make 9. So if you look at a number and the also, I'll go over that in a minute. Also, this is 18, this is 81, 27, 72, 36, 63, 45, 54. See, they're also, you can get kind of used to them. It's the numbers that the match goes with it to equal 9. So if you see a number and they add up to 9, you know it's something times 9. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will let it run for a second because it's been cutting me off. Okay? And oh no, I want to show you how to do your Google Doc. You're going to be creating a Google Doc. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Drive and you're going to go to New Google Doc. And then you're going to name it. And what you're going to name it is Divisibility Rules. I love the word divisibility because it's got all I's in it. And it should be capitalized. It's got all I's in it, so it makes it easy to spell. I'm a poor speller. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to insert a table. And your table is going to be 3 by 9. Okay. And then you might, if you can put a header in there, you can put the title Divisibility Rule if you want. Okay. Okay, and then you can start typing. And this one, if I want it in the middle, so I'd say this is well, actually, I kind of think it'd be good to move this over because the numbers don't take very much. Oh, if you want to, you can um, insert another row. Insert, well, I'm not sure how to insert a row. Maybe, I don't know. There's a way to do it. If you want to insert another row, you don't have to, but you could put little, your little. You can search how to add a row into Google Docs table, but I don't have time for it right at this minute. But anyways, then you can make this smaller, okay, and then you can put your numbers here. And then you can put your rule here. And if you type, it'll expand with you. So you can just, do what you need to do. And then example here. You'll do an example over here. Okay, well, you can just put the word example, and then here would be the rule. Okay, and then you might want to have it in the middle. I like it in the middle. Okay, and then you can do all the different numbers. Okay, so, and then you'll upload this document. And the way you upload this document is what you'll do is okay, so when you get done with this, see it was less edited. You don't have to save it or anything. Okay, so here's my divisibility rules. And what you'll do is you'll right click on it and you'll say get a link. And don't forget to change the link right here to anyone with a link. and then you copy the link, and then you go over to your Canvas assignment and you paste that link in there. Do not email me or share this with Mrs. Ledford, because that's not how you do it. You have to put it into the Canvas